Good morning, parents. Thank you for joining us and friends and family. I would like to thank you. I'll introduce myself. My name is Miss Lily. I'm the Assistant Director of Drama Education at Honolulu Theater for Youth. This is my daughter, Olive. And my co-teacher, who's somewhere, where's Miss Shannon?
Right here.
Oh, right there. There's Miss Shannon. She's my co-teacher and confidant in this process. So thanks to her and I to keep these children in line. I just want to I want to first thank you very much for coming to our sharing. We have been working for the last, this semester, over 8 classes, putting on 2 stories. You're going to see true stories of a wolf and what he has to say. Now, just so you know sort of about HTY and our thank you very much, and how our creative process works, it's really student focused. So we start with a story, they're given it as a script, their job is to memorize that, but then as an ensemble, they're required to create their action and their characters, and so what you will see today is that. Now, because there are, like this specifically, there's mostly one voice, it's the wolf's voice, so you will see that voice being shared between multiple people. In both stories, there will be 3 wolves. 2 wolves? 3 wolves?
3.
There's 3 wolves. There's a couple Little Red Riding Hoods. You'll see 3 different pigs. You'll see 3 wolves. You'll see a bunch of people being different characters, and it switches often. Because we like to share the responsibilities of the roles, and it's kind of neat that they can transition in and out of these pieces. So let's hope you can follow that. You will see they have some costume pieces, that some have similar costume pieces, like the wolves all have black capes. The grandmas have some dresses and some hats. So you'll see some similar things here. But what they have created today is their story. It's taking place, our story takes place in a prison. The fairy tale creatures have all been arrested. And they created this. That's how these stories are being tied together. So, we hope you enjoy. We will be performing these stories twice. So after the first set, they will come and talk to you. They're going to ask you some questions. I ask you to give you their honest feedback. They're going to ask you, what parts were clear, what parts were not clear. And please be honest, because this is always a learning experience. It's not like once it's done, but that we hope to get better at. So then the second time through, maybe you'll be able to follow a little bit more, and they won't be so nervous. All right, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for joining us. I present to you the primary players.
Dark
that sort of thing.
Certainly won't.
Vegetarian
Cuisine, a specialty.
If I eat any more lettuce, I'll turn green. That's true. Are you sure you want to sit a little closer? Every week the kid came with a big basket of toffee. I tell you that toffee was so bad it was tasty. But Grandma looks forward to seeing the kids. She even made her a red cake.
Did anyone ever make ham on cake?
Me? I didn't like the kid. I tried to join in. Join in. In the forest.
I tried to pass the time of day with her, but she pretended not to know and hurried on.
Little Red was there. I felt left out.
I tried to join. So you can see how you are.
But I just ignored him. When I was, when the wolf came out to go see the kid, she ran back to warn Grandma. I hurried back the quick way to warn Grandma you had to keep that one off. When the wolf was coming in, Grandma was trying her best
Yes,
dress.
in the wardrobe, but couldn't reach the
And I accidentally whacked her with the head, which knocked her out. So I had to shut the wardrobe, put the dress on, and kind of felt like I covered her afterwards. I'm pretty bad with those dress there. I have to admit, it isn't the best life for the rest. Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have. I've got little fun glasses. I've got these new contacts. They make anybody's eyes look big. They're really smart when you first put them in, though. Can you help me with this? I can. Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have.
Now, these are good ears. And they're pretty furry as well.
Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you have.
This is the part where all she tried to pop one of those dumb sticky toffees into my mouth. So I jumped out of bed, sort of looked like I was gonna eat her or something.
Then she started screaming. Look, you needed my grandma.
Do I look like the kind of
This is Baby Wolf. She's my helper. We are not related. I have no idea how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault that wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies, sheep, and pigs. It's just the way we are.
Hey, if cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too.
Like you were saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong.
Real story started with cheese and a cup of sugar.
This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time.
I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny.
He ran out of sugar.
He had a terrible sneezing cold.
So he went to his neighbor's house to ask for a cup of sugar.
Now this neighbor is a pig, and he wasn't too brave either.
He filled his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw?
So of course the minute the wolf knocked on the door, it fell right in.
I didn't want to just walk into somebody else's house, so I called. Little pig, are you in? No answer.
All of a sudden, he felt a sneeze coming on. He huffed and he snuffed and he sneezed a great sneeze.
When the dust cleared. Wait, in this second little pig. Get out of the door. So, we went to the next house. Now, it seemed like a shame to leave a good hand dinner just lying there in the straw. So I ate it up.
His cold was feeling a little better, but he still didn't have his cup of sugar.
So we went to the next neighbor. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother.
He was a little smarter, but not by much. He had built his house of sticks.
Six.
He ran.
The fell on the sick house. I called. Little pig, are you in? Go away, Can't me. Giving the hair off my chinny chin chin.
All of a sudden, he felt another sneeze coming on.
Well, he huffed and he snuffed and he tried to cover his mouth, but he sneezed a great sneeze. You're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. And in the middle of the pile of sticks, there's the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Now you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again.
His cold was feeling a little better, but he still didn't have his cup of sugar.
So I went to the next neighbor's house.
This was the first and second little pig, but
He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks.
I rang the doorbell on the brick house. Go away, Wolf, and don't bother me again.
Talk about Dad for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story and made up the whole huff and blow your house down.
Look, it's the big